Lesson 7 Comprehension. How to analyze the text. Use these pages to learn about conclusions and story structure. Then read The Ugly Vegetables again. Use what you learned to understand it better. Conclusions. The Ugly Vegetables is a story about a girl and her garden. The author does not tell when and where the story takes place. You must find clues in the story and pictures to draw conclusions about the setting. When you draw conclusions, you make smart guesses about what the author does not say. The words and pictures in a story are text evidence that can help you draw conclusions. Use a chart like this. Story clue, conclusion. Story structure. Characters are the people in a story. The setting is where and when the story takes place. The plot is what happens in the story. The beginning explains who the characters are, when and where the story takes place, and what the main problem is. The ending tells how the problem is solved. All of the story parts make up the story structure. Your turn. Return to the essential question. Turn and talk. What can you learn from planting a garden? Use evidence from the story to help you talk about your ideas with a partner. Take turns speaking and listening. Remember to speak in complete sentences. Classroom conversation. Now, talk about these questions with the class. 1. What text evidence does the author give to help you figure out the setting? 2. How do you think Mommy learned to make the soup? 3. Why did the author write this story? Use text evidence from the story to explain. Write about reading. Response. Write sentence to tell how the girl's garden is different from the neighbor's gardens. Then draw a picture of each garden. Use the words and pictures from the story to help you. Writing tip. Use describing words to help show what each garden is like. Lesson 7. Informational Text. Genre. Informational text gives facts about a topic. This is a magazine article. A bar graph is a drawing that uses bars to compare numbers. They Really Are Giant by Judy Williams. To some farmers, plain ordinary-sized vegetables seem boring. These farmers think big. They like to grow the biggest vegetables ever. World record breakers. Plants are always blooming in California. The scent of rich soils fills the air. Every year in Half Moon Bay, the town holds the World Championship pumpkin waste-off. The judges all nodded yes when they saw the 2007 winner. It weighed 1,524 pounds, more than a big horse. Pumpkins aren't the only giant veggies, though. Some farmers use their muscles and heavy shovels to dig up 30-pound beets and turnips. Although these giants look tough, they are tender and delicious to eat. Ted Starr won first prize at the Half Moon Bay contest for his super-sized pumpkin. Home of the Giants. Alaska might be the home of the giant veggies. More giant vegetables seem to grow there than any other place in the world. Long summer days and good soil make veggies grow and grow. You can see 98-pound cabbages at the Alaska State Fair in Palmer. 7-year-old Brenna Dinko from Wasilla, Alaska, looks small next to this giant wrinkled leaf cabbage. How big are they? Carrot, cucumber, red cabbage, radish. Compare texts. Text to text. Compare and contrast. Compare what you learn about the different types of plants in the two selections. Discuss your idea with a partner. Be sure to speak in complete sentences. Text to self. Share experiences. List the steps that the characters take to plant and care for their vegetables in the ugly vegetables. Which step do you think is the most important? Why? Text to world. Connect to social studies. In the ugly vegetables, Mommy says she's growing Chinese vegetables. Find China on a map or globe. Talk with a partner about what you found. Grammar. Proper nouns. Proper nouns are the special names of people, animals, places, or things. Proper nouns begin with the capital letters. Nouns, proper nouns. Neighbor, Clarice Smith. Pet, Fluffy. Road, Main Street. Drink, So Fruity Punch. State, Florida. Country, China. Try this. Write each sentence correctly. Remember to begin each proper noun with a capital letter. 1. There are many gardens in Centerville. 2. My friend Molly Bowen picked apples. 3. May's favorite toy is called Action King. A proper noun names a special person, animal, place, or thing. A proper noun is one kind of exact noun. Use exact nouns in your writing to paint a picture in your reader's mind. Nouns, exact nouns. The man has a garden on a street. Mr. Carter has a garden on a Walk Street. Connect grammar to writing. When you revise your summary paragraph, look for nouns you can change to exact nouns. Be sure to begin each proper noun with a capital letter. Informative writing. Organization. A summary tells what happens in a story by putting the events in the same order as they happened. Kayla drafted a summary of the first part of The Ugly Vegetables. Later, she put the events in the right order. Revised draft. A girl helps her mother start a garden. The girl sees things they are doing differently from their neighbors. The neighbors use smaller shovels. To water the garden, she and her mother use a hose. The neighbors use watering cans. Writing traits checklist. Idea. Did my sentence all tie to the main idea? Organization. Did I tell things in order in which they happened? Sentence fluency. Are the words in my sentences in an order that makes sense? Conventions. Did I capitalize and punctuate my sentence correctly? Final copy. My summary by Kayla Higgs. A girl helps her mother start a garden. The girl sees things they are doing differently from their neighbors. The neighbors use smaller shovels. To water the garden, she and her mother use a hose. The neighbors use watering cans. The girl asks why their garden is different from the neighbor's gardens. Her mother says the vegetables they are growing are better than flowers. The girl doesn't believe her until the end of the story. Reading as a writer. Why did Kayla move sentences? What can you move in your writing to put events in the right order? I moved sentences around to tell things in the order in which they happened.